recently I have completed 1 lakh kilometers of motorcycling, and that's thankfully mostly due to the three motorcycles that I've owned so far. This being the third one, and my current motorcycle, the MT-15 version 1. So, yeah, I had owned a Honda Dazzler before the first motorcycle. I did roughly 30,000 kilometers on it, and it took me roughly 5 years to do that. The second motorcycle was Ninja 300 Kawasaki. I did around 28,000 kilometers on it, and on this motorcycle, I have done around 41,000 kilometers as of today. So, yeah, it took me around a decade to get to this milestone. I would say it's slow in comparison to many other expert motorcyclists out there. I'm just humbled to stand before you after all this time to have achieved this personal milestone, and I'm happy that I have documented my journey through and through. There are few learnings. That is what I wanted to share with you guys in this video. Four learnings actually. The first and second are kind of related. So the first learning is obviously safety first. Safety first in the sense that it's usually a perspective problem. In terms of safety, we often take this shortcut that, array, I'm just going 1 kilometer. Why should I wear the helmet? Or I'm in a village, why should I wear a helmet or jacket right now? But that is the wrong perspective in my opinion, because the roads that you might fall on or the traffic that might come and hit you, they are the same no matter where you are, no matter how small the distance. Of course, the time you spend on the road is less. That is making us think that, array, it's okay to skip wearing the helmet on this short ride. But that is not the case. I have suffered two main accidents during this period of completing 1 lakh kilometers, and two of them, they were quite serious. I had injuries all over my body. The first accident actually taught me to never skip wearing the helmet, and the second accident actually taught me that despite this being a smaller capacity motorcycle, my mindset was that I will never be going that fast enough to have a very bad accident. But it did happen. So after that, yeah, I have made it a point to wear a jacket, a glove, helmet, and shoes. Of course, these became mandatory for me from then on. So it took me two accidents to step by step increase my safety game. That is why I say to everyone I know, safety first, safety always. It's not an option, it's actually mandatory. It is part of motorcycling. So I consider it as mandatory as possible to wear helmet and to be safe on a motorcycle. That is point number one, learning number one. The second learning is that it's a little related to safety only, that our roads are so overcrowded and there will be people who are just learning. So we need to compensate for careless behavior and learner behavior on the road. It's our duty, it's our responsibility. Being experienced riders, we should always anticipate such things on the road. Be in a defensive riding mode. Be prepared in while entering a town, while entering a junction. Be prepared. There are cows, dogs, cats. Anything can happen on our Indian roads. It's the sad reality of it. There are good roads, there are bad roads. We need to be prepared. We need to prepare for everything out there. That is the second learning. The third learning that I have is that motorcycling is a culture, and we need to propagate the right learnings and right practices forward. In this world where everybody is in the attention currency market and doing the wrong things and maybe propagating or sharing, popularizing wrong practices and wrong ideas, we should carry forward the correct practices and correct the procedures forward, so that people, young people who are joining this movement or this culture will get the correct idea and the correct perception about this culture. And the fourth and the final thing is that consider it a hobby. It's not a race, it's not a competition to get somewhere, own the fastest bike, or cover all the places, the famous places, and it's not a checklist to do. It's just something that you should enjoy. There is a saying in the camera world, the best camera is the one that you have with you. So the same goes for a motorcycle as well. The best motorcycle is the one that you have. So have fun with it. Go places, explore places. There might be places that are not listed on the map. Sometimes a good evening is when you find that place and enjoy the sunset with the people you love, or the people who share the same enthusiasm and the same energy with you. So that is a thing. Consider this as a good hobby, something that you really engage yourselves in and you have fun doing. The journey is sometimes more important than the destination. Sometimes it's okay to just have fun and come back. So that's the last thing I consider a learning in all of this 1 lakh kilometers of riding experience. So just wanted to share all this with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Stay tuned. Until the next one.